Hey y'all, what's up? We are back for another watch along of real life court TV, if you ask me, okay? We're gonna check out some of this stuff. I'm not really sure what's going on. It just says Karen just won't leave, bring the jaws of life. Not sure exactly what this case is about, but we will definitely be getting into some things. So make sure that you guys are coming into the video. You are liking the video and supporting the channel by subscribing as well, okay? So we're definitely going to be checking this out. But can I say something before we get started? Can I say that the pollen is not playing with us? I just want to say pollen is not playing with our asses. Okay. I went somewhere with Babe yesterday. I tried to get a little cute, as we went somewhere and we weren't even really outside like that. We literally parked our car in the garage, came upstairs, went to the venue or whatever, and we was only outside for a quick second. Yeah, the wind was slightly blowing, but it was nice weather yesterday. And I'm just trying to understand, like, how did the pollen fire my ass up the way that she did? And I wasn't even outside that much like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, what had happened was, I don't know. Okay, I got home, child. Of course, I washed my face really, really good, but that didn't matter because my face still was itching. And I feel like it is right now as we speak, honey. Okay, I feel like I didn't get good enough sleep because I kept waking up, scratching my damn face, even though I fully washed my face. I started thinking, well, I did wrap my hair. So wrapping my hair, I'm like, did some of the particles fall down on my face? Like, what is it? Like, what's really going on? So I don't know. Cause I know I wrapped my hair before I even washed my face. I don't know what the hell was going on, girl. I had to take them contacts out. They was getting every bit of irritated. Like I just could not take it. I could not take it, girl. Eyes runny, nose runny. Okay, that's just I don't know what Miss Paula been fine me the hell up. I'm like, girl, have they even announced the first day of spring yet? I don't even think it's been announced, but to know that we're at the beginning stages of spring and you're already approaching us like this, I can only imagine what it's gonna be like for the rest of spring and the summer. Like, girl, I can only imagine. But anywho, it has been a fool. It's been a fool. I did take some allergy medicine earlier today, so far so good. I'm still sniffling a little bit. Okay, nose isn't running as much as it was. Eyes are doing okay, so we just gonna have to see. Whew, girl, we're gonna have to see what it's giving. Listen, and I don't even park my car outside. Like my car be in the garage, so I'm just like, listen, I am going to have to still wash my car like a few times throughout the week. She's going to have to get sprayed the hell down a few times throughout the week because even when I just go to the gym real quick, it's like, where the hell all this damn pollen came from? Like, girl, she just be cutting up. She just be cutting up, okay? So y'all make sure y'all protect yourselves because Miss Pollen over here in Georgia, girl, she gonna fuck around and have us walking around in goggles and a full mask for sure to protect ourselves because she be on some other shit. But anyway, I want to go ahead and get into this messy episode because I'm assuming most of these court cases be messy, girl, when we dipping into other people's real life business, ain't it? So we're about to get into this episode. Let me slide over here so we can see exactly what it's giving. And we're going to go ahead and just press play and see what the people are talking about over here. Okay, so let's do it.
9 DM. Both parties are present via Zoom. Mr. Donaldson is present with his attorney, Mr. Cox. This is Miss Donaldson's objection.
Can I say that Mr. Cox and Mr. Donaldson look like each other? The only difference is complexion. Okay, but Mr. Cox looks like he could potentially be a white man. I don't know, but girl, they got the same damn face, damn near same nose, lines in their face. They might be relatives, girl. I don't know.
To the ex parte order. I'm assuming it was the 1/4/24 ex parte order that grants exclusive use of the marital home to the defendant, grants him attorney's fees, and that the plaintiff basically is not permitted to be in the home without written permission from Mr. Donaldson. I've read your
Wait.
basically is not permitted to be
Let
in
me
the
go
home
back.
that grants exclusive use of the marital home to the defendant, grants when it was the 1/4/24 ex parte order that grants exclusive use of the marital home to the defendant, grants him attorney's fees, and that the plaintiff basically is not permitted to be in the home without written permission from Mr. Donaldson.
Oh, so
Em,
she
I've
ain't
read
supposed to be in the
your
house.
motion. What do you wish to add briefly to it?
Are you asking
Yeah, it's your
myself?
motion. Yeah, it's your motion.
Oh, um,
Are you still
well,
in the house,
I am currently in the home, me and the children. Yes, sir.
even though the orders have told you to get out?
Ooh.
Well, that says if I do not have permission and I have permission to be in the home, I've spoken with Mr. Donaldson. Mr. Donaldson knows that I'm there. He
It says
hasn't.
written permission. Mr.
He,
Cox, does she have permission to be in the home?
She does not, Your Honor.
What about the kids?
All right. Ms. Donaldson,
yes, sir.
he says you don't have permission to be in there.
Your Honor, I actually do have permission. We have email communications back and forth. Mr. Donaldson knows that I'm in the home. We've been in communication with the realtor for the last couple of weeks. She also knows that I'm in the home. There has not been any express concerns about me being there.
But does
He was going to say, he did say that he was going to
she said the realtor knows she's in the home, but does he know that you in the home?
write something to allow me to be there. He has not provided that, but he has also not expressed at all any concerns. He comes back and forth to the home to bring the kids, and that's just how we have been. We have been living in and living in the home.
What's your motion?
Now listen, I know she's supposed to have written permission, but I don't know. She's supposed to have written permission, but he ain't saying. I would think that it's cool too if you come into the house dropping the kids off and shit like that. You know I need a place to stay if I got these kids. What the hell? Don't displace me and your children. So, girl, this is already messy right here that he got his attorney saying you ain't got permission to be in the house. Which, therefore, in my opinion, means your children don't either, girl. This is already messy.
Motion
back
here
and forth
for
to school for him every day.
You're trying to
He
set
drops the-
aside. You're trying to set aside this ex parte order that gives him exclusive use of the home.
Correct. He does not live in the home. He has his own separate home. He has moved out. And there's no reason to have that exclusive use. He filed a second ex parte without fulfilling the first one at all. He was in the home 60 days before during the first ex parte, and he did nothing. So really, when you look at it, he had no grounds or a need to file the second one when he already had full access to the home and full authority to move about at his discretion. And so there has been no further disputes between us. He's left the home, and we've been both taking care of the kids, and he brings his son to me in the mornings because he doesn't have means to get them back and forth to school. That's the way that our kids get back and forth to school, and it's their foundational home as well. So it's just not in the best interest of the children, nor has it been a problem with me being there. And again, we have written communication back and forth that Mr. Donaldson does know that I am in the home. We do have emails to support that, sir.
Knows you're there. That doesn't mean he gave you permission.
Ooh,
I'll ask
embarrassing.
Mr. Cox, your response.
Your Honor, thank you. Your Honor, we've tried everything. We've tried ex parte orders. We've gone through.
I've had a hearing.
Certainly, you've had a hearing. The plaintiff has destroyed the garage door twice. She punches holes in the walls.
Wait. So y'all done already. First of all, ma'am, see, ma'am, you sound very convincing, and I'm also thinking about the best interest of the children. But, ma'am, you didn't mention you thought the judge wasn't gonna know that he already had a hearing with your ass, or at least with them, to get you to fuck about their house, and you still in that house. Girl, this is messy. Because according to the details in the law and the paperwork, it's not supposed to be in there, ma'am. But at the same time, when you think about the children, where the fuck they supposed to go? You even over there, according to her now, because she do sound believable, you bringing your kids over there to her fucking house. Okay? So what's really going on with that? You bringing one of your kids over there for her to drop them off and take them to school and whatever the case is. But then, hell, I don't know. Maybe he just feel like he bringing his kid to his own house to catch the bus. Oh, this is a lot already. And then you over there tearing up property too where you stay at, messing up garage doors and busting holes and shit in the property.
I have is a very good people manager, and she's tried everything. We just can't get in. I've got an email from her today, very alarmed, saying that she's concerned that she will not able to sell this home, as it is nearly impossible to have showings. I have 4 showings set for Friday. Mrs. Donaldson said that she has left for a trip out of town and failed to put the key in the lockbox. Your Honor, it just goes on and on and on. I don't want to inundate you that with stuff, but the point is that she just will not allow us to get this house sold, either by destroying it or making it impossible to work with the realtor. The realtor just needs to be able to get this house sold, and we only can do that by having this ex parte order upheld. She has to be removed from the home. We've tried everything to try to get her out of the home, and she files these motions about how she was somehow wronged in the judgment of divorce. Just to kind of demonstrate how irrational this, Your Honor, we entered into an order before the judgment was entered that said, all right, so your 401k, Mr. Donaldson, is worth $103,000. But you, Mr. Donaldson, only have 14 days to tell us in writing what your premarital portion was. And he said it was somewhere between $30,000 or $35,000.
I know that 401k stuff supposedly held up the actual entry of the judgment. I don't care about that. It doesn't matter who did it. It only matters that I have in front of me a judgment of divorce that I am going to enforce the 4 corners of that, nothing outside of it, okay? And that judgment of divorce was entered on August 25 of 2023, stating specifically that the house shall be listed for sale immediately. There's no other way to put it other than it says immediately. We are now in February and it still isn't. I know that there have been ex parte orders. I know I had a hearing on it and said it got to be done. It was objected to my order. The judge has found on more than one occasion that the house will be turned over to Mr. Donaldson because it can't seem to get sold in any other way. I know there are attorney's fees that are now due that are part of a lien on the house that you're supposed to take her portion of the house, or her portion of the equity for some reason. I understand. Isn't that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ma'am, I don't know what else to do. You're just not abiding by a court order. I mean, I think I should have the police go out and remove you. And a court officer should set all your stuff out on the front lawn.
Well, I don't know what that would do for our children that I take back and forth to school that he does not have means to do. Well, he should.
I don't know. You sure this man ain't got means to do it? Because his ass in there with his attorney and you're not. And then this man got a 401k that got over $100,000 already, is what it sounds like. Okay. I don't know. It's kind of sounding like, y'all, I don't know. I'm gonna continue to listen to this case, and I haven't heard this before, so I don't know what they're gonna talk about. But it's kind of sounding like if the man ain't as active with the kids, it's probably because he don't want to deal with your motherfuckers. And he probably hasn't told you can't stay in that house verbally because he wants everything to go through his fucking attorney. It sounds like that man might be operating more smarter than your ass. I could be tripping, but this is just what I'm reading into at the first 6 minutes or so of this video. Yeah, that's what I'm giving. And he might bring his son over to their house, as I said, not so much as for her to drop the kid off, but it could be possible that there's a bus stop by their house. And him not wanting to disrupt the child's life even more. By changing their school, he's probably just bringing the child over there for them to catch the school bus. You know what I'm saying? So it could be that, but let's keep going. Let's see what else they talking about.
Care about the welfare of his children.
I understand,
and he should know.
But I'm enforcing the order. There's nothing.
Your Honor,
it doesn't.
Like you said, it's been February. It's 4 months past. He was in the house for 60 days and with an ex parte order in place the first time and did nothing. The house did not get on the market until January 30th, 2024. Those are not because of delays of myself.
Wait.
February, it's 4 months past. He was in the house for 60 days and with an ex parte order in place the first time and did nothing. The house did not get on the market until January 30th, 2024. Those are not because of delays of myself.
It's because you wouldn't get out of the house like you were ordered to.
Ooh.
No one ordered me out of the home, Your Honor.
You've been ordered
been
out of the house
communicating with the
on more than
realtor.
one occasion.
No, sir. No,
Yes, you
sir.
have.
Mr. Donaldson has emailed me, and we have email documentation that Mr. Donaldson is fully aware and okay with me being in the home. He has worked
You
with
should.
me,
I'll be
and we
trying to.
have worked together to say certain things.
If I was her, I'll be trying to email that to the judge right now. Like, Your Honor, here are the facts. Okay, I've already have a prepared document emailed straight to you. I emailed it to your clerk or whatever the case was. I would have been trying to send that information right over to prove that ain't nobody ordered me out of nothing. He and I have had conversations confirming that he's okay with this, that, and the other. But it also kind of still sounds like, though, at the end of the day, they're trying to get this house sold. And it's very clear that they cannot get this house sold with you still existing in the home and property coming up damaged. You're saying that you're traveling, going out of town or whatever the case is, but and you're not leaving the key behind. So it's like you're doing things intentionally to not get the home sold. Child, this right here is just, girl, this is a damn mess. And I understand, when it comes to the interests of the children, but I also can see how she can try and use them as an excuse to get a bit of sympathy as well. So, yeah.
Things about the home. But he knows and fully aware that I'm there in the home. We communicate about the children, so he has had no issue with me being in that home. These concerns are more
Can't
so
get
coming
you
from
out of the home.
he told me I would be allowed 30 days once the home is sold. The home has not been sold. It just got put on the market less than 2 weeks ago, Your Honor. And it's been over 4 months that they've had to do that with full authority to do it. That has not been on my delay because the court granted them full authority that they have failed to exercise in.
It took us a lot longer because we had to get a bunch of ex parte orders in order to get the realtor to get anything done. And it's
That's
just
not true.
impossible, Your
You
Honor.
had your order from September 26th, and he did not move out until December
What
1st.
are you seeking today? Because, ma'am, this is the same thing that's been litigated that I started back in, I think it was.
Because it should have never been able to been filed in the first place, and it also should have never been granted because it had no grounds or no
I'm
means
sorry,
to
but
file
I
them.
granted it, then the judge upheld it, the judge did
She talking like she the damn attorney. I'm gonna need her to go ahead and get her an attorney. Okay.
something else to uphold it, and I'm upholding it again. It's a court order. You just don't seem to agree that the court order should be issued because you don't think it should. I'm enforcing a judgment that you signed. You signed it. You agreed to it. At that
Ooh,
time,
you signed it.
on August 24, you agreed to it. And you agreed to the fact that the house would be immediately listed for sale, and it didn't, all right?
That's not just on me. That's on the
done.
defendant as well.
There is nothing that I can get done, according to Mr. Cox. The realtor is saying, I can't even do 4 showings today? Is that
That's
what you
not true. Your Honor, they're
absolutely true,
having
Your Honor.
excuses after excuses when they've had multiple.
They got
have
excuses?
after excuses why you do not
They
follow
have-
the court order.
This girl said they got excuses. How do they have the excuses when the judge is confirming that you signed the documentation agreeing to go along with this, and as months have passed, you have yet to go along with it? Girl, and then the attorney is saying that they're just now getting things in place because it's been a struggle to even get the property sold, and they're just now at a place where they can get it, at least listed with a realtor or whatever the case is. Girl, I don't know, ma'am. I was on your side, but I'm just observing now.
They did not enforce the court order. They did not. Mr. Donaldson did not tell
Okay,
me.
then that's what we should do. I should order the police to go out and remove you because then they will follow the court order. Okay, they want you
Ooh,
removed from the home, and if that's what you're asking for, just
No, that's not why. I would not want to put my children in that position. I would not ask for that. And I don't think Mr. Donaldson would be asking
he
to put his
doesn't
children
want
in
to,
that
but
position.
he's running out
He
of
has
options.
children.
He'll
So
stay
even
there
whatever
until
his
you
personal
just
things are,
decide
it's
you're
not in the
tired
best
of it.
interest of the children.
Mr.
This is
Cox,
also
what
a
is your relief that you're
family-related
asking
issue.
for today?
I am asking that she be removed from the home today. We've got to try to get these 4 showings in, and I'm not trying to add more fuel to
The
the fire here,
showings
Your Honor,
are
but
already
I
scheduled. They're
try
already
not to
scheduled.
interrupt
I've been
you.
in communication
I
with the
just
realtor.
asked
They're
Mr.
already
Cox, ma'am.
and confirmed.
Silence.
this is crazy. She's going in. Now, I don't know, because she sounds very convincing at the same time, but you're saying things are scheduled, but they're talking directly to the realtor, which appears to be somebody that they likely chose, and that person is giving them a completely different story than what you're giving them. So something is off.
I'm going to mute you. Mr. Cox.
Your Honor, one of my obligations under the judgment is the child has a disability that provides him with a trust that provides income to the child of $3,600 a month. I haven't even been able to deal with that with the probate judge, as Judge Hillary ordered me to. And she is simply collecting the child's money every month, not working, and obstructing the sale of this house. Your Honor,
Ooh.
we're at a desperate need here
What
because
does
we
that
may
have
lose
to
the
do
house.
with this order while we're here today? First, you're bringing up the
It only has something to do with the order because it's kind of showing a bit of your character. Is what it's showing, as if you kind of got a point. Did they really need it? If you've already signed documentation months ago and you have been restricting the sale of the property this many months later, they really didn't need him to mention that to speak further on your character, because your character is already showing from that front. But girl, this baby has a disability where the child gets a check of $3,600 a month. You're not working and you're living in this house. Why do I feel like Mr. Donaldson is likely still paying the bills over at that house she's in? So she's just over here collecting a $3,600 check off this baby. I hope that baby is reaping the benefits of his check.
And you're bringing up everything under the sun, and that is not inappropriate.
related
It has
to the
nothing
issues
to
today.
do with it. It is enforcing
Exactly.
a court order. Enforcing a court order, and you're supposed to be out of there. And that is
That
a
court order also enforced him to do things that he has not done either. That the court has just put a blind eye to. He's supposed to pay the portion of my car. He has not done that.
And that isn't what we're here for.
It's a
Stop.
court order.
Just mute her. Mr. Cox, I muted her because this is just going nowhere, and it's hit my office and Judge Hillary's office over and over. We've done everything to try and be reasonable, and she just won't do it. Now, I don't know that Mr. Donaldson wants her put out in the street today. I don't know. I'm assuming you're asking for costs for this motion now too.
We are, Your Honor, and it's horrible to say that. I mean, he doesn't want her put on the street, but he knows that we just have no choice. We can't get this house sold. She's going to stop everything that we try to get it sold.
Can you check with your realtor and see today if she can at least get 4 showings in today? Does she have the ability to do that?
We don't have a key to the house to get in the house.
There's no key to the house because Mr. Nelson won't give it to her. She said she went on a trip and can't give her the key today, so the 4 showings wouldn't happen.
That is a mess there. Talk about they already scheduled. Now she over here running her damn mouth. They trying to get their 4 showings in today.
All right, well, this is her motion to object to the ex parte order. I find her motion to be frivolous. It's the same thing that I have done and Judge Hillary has done on this case since this started. And I think the first hearing was probably back in September 21st. I think at that point her counsel was also there, and there were attempts to do, change things. I don't think an order actually got entered, written order, because of objections and stuff until November on this matter. There's been an ex parte order for exclusive use and possession, attorney's fees. Plaintiff is not permitted in the house without written permission. Mr. Donaldson, I want you to raise your right hand. Yeah, that would be your other right hand.
What?
Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony given in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, sir.
All right, put your hand down.
All right.
Have you given her permission to reside there for some period of time?
Yes, until the house sold. Yes, I did allow. I was giving her permission to stay in there, but with all these back and
How
forth,
recently did you give her that permission?
it was a couple of weeks ago.
So she wasn't
And-
lying.
I mean, if you've given her permission to stay there, you're giving her permission to stay there. How
Yeah.
long?
Well, until the house sold. Until the house sold. But it's like she's blocking from the house to get sold. So I have no choice but to say, hey, she got
Are you revoking your permission then?
Yes.
Oh,
As of
wow.
today?
Yes.
Boop. Listen, you could tell he don't want to do it. You could tell he does not want to do that to her because he knows doing that to her is going to be doing that to their kids. But at the same time, I see where he coming from. She is making this process very difficult, and she's not creating, in my opinion, a plan B for herself and her kids. Like, this house has to get sold. What's my next move? You know what I'm saying? She's not, I mean, figure it out. Because if he's supposed to be paying half of your car note, he's probably paying majority, if not half, you know what I'm saying, of all those bills over there at your house. So I just feel like you over there collecting that $3,600 check. Ain't no telling what else you collecting. You should have been adding that money up, some of it, so you could be able to make your next move. And hopefully she get a piece of whatever they're gonna sell. Kind of sounds like in the beginning she might not get that, but I'm not sure. But hopefully she gets the percentage of whatever the house sells for, so that she can go out and start her life for her and her children. Girl, this is messy here. That man said he did get her permission though, but now she over there restricting the sale. So what the hell y'all want him to do? Mm-mm.
All right. Um, Mr. Cox?
You know, if there's any hope that we believe she could demonstrate a single shred of cooperation with the realtor, but she can't. It's impossible.
I know,
She is
but
dropping the-
I
yeah.
know, but right now I'm saying he is entitled to it, but he let her stay there. All right. He just told me, and I believe him because he's under oath and everything. He said he gave permission, but he's revoking it as of today, and that should be put in writing to her from him. And then, I mean, she's learning of it today. Ma'am, I'm probably going to give you like a week to move out
Ooh, sheesh.
because he's revoking his permission today, unless he gives you other written permission.
Can she be ordered to cooperate with the showings, Your Honor?
Yes,
All right, thank you.
yes.
If
Ma'am,
she,
you're going to be. You're muted. I can't hear you. I'll unmute you in a minute, but you cannot stop talking when I'm talking or anything, even when I'm doing that. You are ordered to cooperate with the showings that are scheduled for today. You said that they were scheduled. You are ordered to do that. You are ordered to get the keys or
Womp womp.
availability for those showings today.
They're gonna be
and
back
any
in
other
court.
showings that this realtor schedules. You'll give her whatever is necessary to get in and do the appropriate showings. You will not in any way cause damage or something to the house to make it less saleable.
Oh,
I'm denying your motion today regarding your objection to the ex parte order that remains in effect. And as I say, I will give you 7 days to get out of the house unless something else is brought up by Mr. Donaldson and he agrees to some other time or something like that. Mr. Donaldson, I got to tell you this: you can't come in and ask that she be removed and then at the same time give her permission. You either give her permission and you
or
work
you
with her, or
don't.
you don't.
Yeah, which one
And
is it?
if she doesn't do it, I'm giving 7 days for her to be removed because you've revoked your permission at this point. Anything else, Mr. Cox? I'm gonna Miss Donaldson. You can unmute and state what you want to. You have to unmute yourself now. We've got it.
All right. Are you able to hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
I have already been in communication with the realtor. I am not just out of town. I have a sick father, much like the defendant, and I'm out of town. I'm in Cincinnati, and I'm here visiting him. He may not have much longer to be here, so I'm just here seeing him, and and Mr. Donaldson knows that. But I've already spoken and
The
communicated
attorney?
with the realtor in reference to that.
The attorney is shaking his head like she's full of shit. Girl, I hope your daddy really is sick like you say he is and that he almost out of here, because it look like the attorney is thinking you full of, you know.
The showings that were scheduled for today have already been rescheduled and confirmed for Monday. We've already talked about that and talked through that with the realtor. She is aware of that, and I am also aware. Um, and I did apologize for my error on this one time that did for this particular time. I have offered also to repair the home on more than one occasion. That information is there. I haven't been the one to I've been the one trying to get the home repaired because we can make a lot more money than what's being offered on the home currently. And so I've been trying to work with both Mr. Donaldson and the realtor to at least allow those negotiations to be made, because those are one of the main concerns that a few sellers
He should
have.
go buy
The
more
house is
time to
currently
stay in
on
that
the
damn
market.
house.
They do have all the photos that were needed that came in. They came into the home. We got it on the market. We just had an open house Sunday, February 1st. So I have been in cooperation. There were 22 people that came through the home, and there were communications after the home. So there has been steps that has been taken that I have cooperated with. They've gotten in the home. I've made sure to keep the home in decent condition and to make sure that it was presentable for the guests. And I am hopeful that Mr. Donaldson will allow for us. I say us because it's me and his children that he would be putting out on the street, not just myself, because this affects the whole family. And I pray that he does give us permission to stay in our home, because it is still our home. I handled all of our affairs for the first 13 years of our relationship, all of our business affairs and personal. And so Mr. Donaldson, he's not a big negotiator. And so he expresses to me that most of what is being done with the home is being told to him what he's doing. He's not really saying it. He's never really been that person to take the lead in that. That has always been me. So I have been trying to be at the table to negotiate the best rates for both him and I. And also give options for these people that are going to buy it, because we can make more money. We can make up to $50,000 more money that his realtor has said that we could make. And I'm trying to be able to do that, so we can both put more money in our pockets for ourselves and our children that we both need.
The house must
But I will be in
immediately be
cooperation.
sold, and it must be, it doesn't say anything in the judgment about repairs or anything. It must immediately
Correct.
be sold.
Yeah. It wouldn't stop the
If you
selling
are going to
or delay
talk to
it.
Mr. Donaldson about something, you're not being
Yeah.
prohibited from talking to him or something, but you are prohibited from interfering with the immediate sale of the house, okay? You can't hold it up because I want to repair the living room,
It wouldn't
that
hold
kind of
anything
stuff.
up. It wouldn't hold it up.
Yes, it
We
would. You
would
gotta
do it
fix
before
it.
the
So don't give
closing.
me
The
that. I
same
mean,
thing that we've done when we
ma'am,
purchased the house.
ma'am.
So,
She talked too
yeah,
goddamn much.
same. But go
She
ahead.
has.
Well, thank you.
Honorable.
I'm
So go
just
ahead.
telling you that it will hold it up. I know what it does to fix a house. It holds it up. You gotta do the
It's
repairs.
minor. I already
Ma'am.
had.
If it's so minor, cause see now I've been with this girl for the most part. Okay, I've been trying to be understanding, and then I've been seeing the bullshit. If it's so fucking minor, and you're saying since February 1st it's been on the market, this, that, that, and the other. If it's so fucking minor, and it's not gonna hold up anything while you sitting over here capping, then why, one, you haven't gotten it done already, and then two, if he gave you an extra week and gave you 2 weeks, can you get it done then? If it's not gonna hold up the process, give her the time that she needs to get back from Cincinnati with her daddy, pack up her motherfucking stuff, and then fix what you say you're gonna fix so the house can be sold and you can hurry up and get that 50 something K or whatever, 25K y'all gonna get a piece or whatever it is y'all finna get, and then you can go and start your life somewhere else or take that money and put it down on a whole nother house for you. So I don't know. It is given she's trying to stall stuff and hold up this process. That's just what I'm getting from it.
Someone come in and
Ma'am.
give estimates. But
Stop.
okay. All right.
Jesus.
The second time he done had to yell at her.
That's
Oh,
going to be the
all right.
order of the court. She will fully cooperate. Obviously, if she doesn't cooperate with the Monday showings, you can come back and get an immediate order to have her removed. All right. I know you've got them before, but with whatever, because she said she's got it
Nothing.
all set for Monday and everything is set up. Okay. And that's her own words to me right here. And if she violates that, I'll use that against her too. And unless you agree, she's to be out next Friday. I will reserve costs for
And you got to pay for these meetings that
Mr.
y'all keep going to
Cox.
court about,
You can,
girl.
you'll be able to bill for your time, the amounts and stuff like that. I'll reserve them for right now for this hearing, only because unless stuff goes the way it doesn't seem to be going, there'll be more. And I will grant costs to you at that time, Mr. Cox. That's going to be the order. If if Mr. Donaldson and Miss Donaldson want to cooperate and give more time or do whatever, that's fine. But you're here telling me, Mr. Cox, that he wants this done now, doesn't want to make repairs, basically, just wants it done, just sold. Just sold. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor, we're just trying
I
to
understand.
allow our realtor to do her job, and Mrs. Donaldson is not allowed to do it thus far. So
And if the realtor comes in, ma'am, and says you're putting anything in her way, I'll have the police come and remove you. I'm tired. I'm done. So that'll be the order of the court. Anything?
thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Have a good
You'll
weekend.
draft the order, Mr. Cox.
Yes, Your Honor, thank you. Have a good weekend.
You too. Thanks.
She was mad. That's on her though. You know what I'm saying? Like I just, girl, you full of shit. Get up out that house, get that house sold, get that money, and go get your what they say. Get that head, that bread, and then leave. Okay. Get your bags, that bread, then leave. Anywho, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this stressful ass case. All right. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Be sure to like up the video. Bye bye.